Hi, it's Stephen here from Son of an Ocean Wave, and this is day 8 of the April daily draw. So let's see what message we get today. I'll be taking the first card from the Druidcraft Tarot, followed by an Oracle card from the Celtic Spirit Oracles. Let's choose our first card and get the reading underway. Okay, here we go. We have the Ace of Wands, the beginning of the creative process that will bridge the gap between where we are now and where we want to be. And here's the gap in between, and this is what will bridge that gap, the growth that we need, the creative energy that we need, what we need to produce to move us forward to where we want to be. And in the middle there is that creative process that we've been talking about, that period of growth, that moving forward. So we are literally on the brink of moving forward, and we're being offered here this creative opportunity, this opportunity to create. And I love how this is, it almost is in line with the sun. We've got that vibrant, life-giving sun energy that's coming in, that's coming back to the earth at this time. And the growth is already beginning to form. It's not fully formed. We've still got some work to do, but we have begun. I would say that even in subtle ways, we have begun. Even by the preparation of it, it's set the energy in motion, because the preparation is part of the process. It's not something you do before the process. It's part of the process. It's the beginning, just the beginning of it, but it is part of the process. And once you get into the process of that creative process, once you get into that, then the energy begins to flow and the growth begins to come, even as you're only at the beginning stage. Those first buds of growth will come, and they're there already because of what we've been doing to get ourselves ready to make the most of this opportunity. So that's what I think this card's saying to us, that the growth has already begun for you. It's a new beginning for you. The growth is starting because you've started the process, even just by setting your intentions, preparing yourself. You've laying the ground, making the ground conducive for growth. Even those beginning steps have set the energy in motion, and thereby, once the energy is in motion, the creative process begins and the growth starts to form right away. It's only in its early stages. It's not fully formed. We still got a long way to go. We still got a process to go through, but we've started. That's what we need to continue the process, because this is only the beginning, but we've started. We're in it. We're in the process. We're in that creative energy process now to create what we need to create, what we desire to create, what we need for our growth to move us forward to the next stage of our lives. It's here. It's now. The opportunity is now. We need to take hold of it and make the most of it. And that's what this card is saying. But what this card is saying to us, and it's encouraging to us, or it should encourage us, is that you've begun. The process has begun, and there's already some growth. Just because you've been dealing with thinking about it, you've been getting your motivations and your passions for it, you've been dealing with the internal conflict, you've been preparing the soil for the plant to grow, as it were, metaphorically. You've been putting the compost in. That we had the composting card, didn't we, through from the last Oracle deck we had for March, and that was very prominent. So we've got all the nutrients. We're putting all the nutrients in there. So everything we're doing is to give the best chance for growth that we possibly can, that's within our control. And when we do that, the growth will just spontaneously begin the growth process. So let's be encouraged. It's begun, but we do have some way to go. We need to persevere. We need to expand the energy that we're putting in, but let's be confident. Let's be thankful for what we've done so far, because we're moving in the right direction. And I think that's what this card is saying to us. So we should be encouraged. We should be encouraged. We should be thankful. We should be, but then it should spur us on to continue the process. And I think that's the message of the Ace of Wands to us today. So let's see which oracle card we get to go with that. The Weavers. Spider there, weaving its web. And we are like weaving. Fate, manifestation, decisions. Every decision we make weaves another thread. Every action we take weaves another thread. And the way that it talks about manifestation, making reality what we want, the creating process. Everything comes together. We've started parts, we've got parts the first thread there. Every decision we make, every choice we make, every action we take puts another thread. And then we weave all that in until we've weaved all we need to do with the energy. We've weaved everything in, and we have the thing manifested into our lives. But it's a process, thread at a time, thread by thread. We will create what we want to create. And it's a process. It takes a certain amount of time, but we have begun. And we can take heart that the growth is starting. We're in the process. So let's keep going. Okay, so that is today's message. I'll be back tomorrow with day 9. Until then, thank you for listening. Take care, everyone. And I'll see you all again very soon. Okay, bye-bye.